The skies have cleared and the weather delays have stopped for now as we take you to Michael Eubank Stadium here at Seton Catholic Preparatory. Just minutes away now from your Sentinels taking on the Valley Christian Trojans. For the Trojans, first region game of the season. For the Sentinels, we take a look at their season. It's been amazing so far, 5-1, with that one loss being a 5-0 loss to Benjamin Franklin about a month ago. Since then, every other game has been a shutout for the Sentinels. They've been great all season, and they want to keep that going. That's something that Coach Billy Baker has really tried to emphasize. One thing I talked to him about right before that Benjamin Franklin game was not falling asleep through some of these games. When you get up by that much, how do you keep the momentum going and stay focused? He said, well, it's a challenge, and it's something we're going to try and do every game. It's not going to be a one-step process. It's going to be incremental. For the Trojans, 4-3-1 on the season. They're trying to continue in the 3A Metro region. They placed 8th in 3A overall last season and then lost in the quarterfinals as they try to make it to their first ever state championship ever for their girls soccer program. So a competitive matchup awaits us today here on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. Jaden Ricken on the call today. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after the school prayer and the national anthem and starting lineups. Game number 1 of the Valley Christian doubleheader here on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. The girls up first. The boys will play in the following match. That one set to be a competitive game as well. The Sentinels, 3-2-1 on the season, have not won a game at home yet, taking on a 5-2 Valley Christian team that's been 2-1 on the road. A challenge for the boys awaits us after this one, but for now, let's dial back in on the match ahead. A 5-1 Sentinel team that has blown out their opponents in shutouts in every game that they've won thus far, a streak that I'm sure Coach Billy Baker would love to continue with an amazing group of starters out on the pitch today. Number 4, Ella Bruning. Number 15, Jordan Dahl. Number 17, Ellie Driscoll. Number 11, Sienna Bejold. Number 16, Laurel Stoff. Number 9, Caitlin Davey. Number 18, Ava Pongratz. Number 20, Maddie Galvin, coming back from an injury. She was dealing with that and transfer around the time of the Benjamin Franklin game. Has come back as a starter now. Alex Rivas, number 0, and number 24, Maddie Breen. Take a look at Valley Christian, number 7, Reagan Randleman, has 5 goals on the season. One of the top scorers for the Trojans. Number 9, Angie Snape. Number 11, Tatum Mitchell. Number 16, Sydney Passage. Number 20, Bailey Horvath. Number 4, Madison Lewis. Number 6, Isabella Maystu. Number 21, Brielle Hunsaker. Number 5, Riley Randall. And number 14, in the goal, Sophia Kirksmar. As we get prepared, a stormy day throughout the valley, a lot of rain. Luckily for tonight's matchups, it is moved south and east, cleared out. We had a lightning delay that has pushed this game back about 20 minutes. And hopefully for everybody here in the stadium and all the players on the field, we don't have any more of those for the remainder of the evening. Sentinels will start it off. A team that likes to get out and ahead early and maintain their momentum. Working up the far side, Ella Bruning has it. Taking it back towards the middle, and a nice pass to get it away. Open over on the right side. Ellie Driscoll works in, a pass from Bejold, and that one goes over to the left side, over near the far corner, and Sentinels will reset and try and take another shot. Good stop there from the Trojans as they try and get active defensively. A hustle play to maintain possession made from Reagan Randleman. One of the top forwards, not only a scorer, but just does a lot for that Trojans roster. And the first shot on goal soars off to the right. And it's a slower start for both of these teams, trying to get back into it. For the Sentinels, their first game they've played since December 20th, a 10-0 blowout versus Page. So a couple weeks off for that squad, and the December month is always something for high school soccer where they get some time off, and it really divides the season into 2 separate portions, and the Sentinels already one win in region play with that victory over Page. Scooped up, and will get restarted by the Trojans over on their far corner. Sentinels still applying pressure, and that time they lose control. We'll get a throw in. A good setup near the middle offensive third. And that one, just nowhere to go. Sienna Bejold kicks it straight to the Trojans, and they'll push it up the near side. Rolls out. Bejold, the last one to touch it, so a throw in. Coming from Angie Snape, the senior. 1 goal on the season thus far. Snape will do it again. Going for the same spot. Randleman takes her time. Trying to find space towards the middle. Didn't quite get it, and the ball will work back to her. Now given away. The hustle, and that one will roll across the goal line as the Sentinels will start it from their side. Solid pass over to the right side, out in front as well. Ellie Driscoll trying to round it back inside, and a good stop. She'll hustle back forward in the corner. Cameron Harrigan was the Trojan who came in and poked that one out. Bajold navigating. Staying outside, and then goes across the goal line. A slow back and forth for the first 4 minutes here in half number one. Sentinels will continue with a corner kick on the near right corner from Ella Bruning. Had 12 goals last season, 3 so far, and the header sends it through the uprights. Valley Christian's last game was also back in December. It was against Cocachino, a 4-1 loss, and they're a team that is struggling to put together some tougher wins. So that's why I think this game is such a great chance for them to prove themselves, because the Sentinels are a team that when they win, they don't let you have a chance. So if the Trojans can even keep it close with Seton, I think that's an accomplishment. Sophie Kirksmar falls on it and will boot it away straight back towards the Sentinels. Jordan Dahl and Kirksmar had to bobble that one a little bit. Just not the strongest hands right there on the net on that kick, and something to just keep an eye on tonight. She had the fall on the other save, and her ability to defend the net, something the Sentinels likely will try and take advantage of. The throw-in pushes it back to the Sentinels side of the field, and they quickly get it going the other way along the far side. Out by the touchline and now going more towards the corner. They'll push it back in. Bruning wanted to dribble in, and just a good defensive block there from the Trojans. They crowded the penalty box, and she had nowhere to go with it. For the first time, Valley Christian will work up along the opposite touchline. Pushed over to the near side. Bajold has it now. She'll pass it downfield, and a little bit of miscommunication. Ellie Driscoll wasn't looking. The ball got past the Trojans, and they're able to recover. Move out of the center circle to the left side. Pushed back. And just looking for an open lane right now as the Trojans will try and break it out. It's a 1-on-2 along the far touchline. Able to keep it in. Good possession. A pass from Tatum Mitchell goes inside, and the Sentinels able to get back on defense. But one of the only times we've seen the Trojans so far able to get out in front of it with a little bit of speed. mismatch opportunities like that definitely could be a key for the Trojans in trying to put balls in the net today. Seton will mirror and do so on the opposite side, as that one is weak and off to the left side. Mentioned earlier, Valley Christian has not yet captured a state title. They got to the quarterfinals last year in a tough loss. Trying to get back again. Obviously, go all the way. But a challenge for them in 3A Metro, especially with Seton looking like one of, if not the top dog in that region. As they recover the ball, we'll get ready for what looks to be a throw-in on the far side. Ella Probst throwing it in for the Sentinels. Tried to make the connection. And Trojans just hit it back out, so we'll do it again. Sentinels make first contact. Bruning dances, gets it out of there, pushes it back. Sentinels trying to work more towards the middle. Good passes so far. That one goes high. Laurel Stoft with the miss. So far, good defense for the Trojans. Sentinels trying to break through. Stoft towards the middle on the opposing side, and just not enough as we get a whistle. It looks to be an offside call. Trojans stepping up. Surrounded. Stoft gets it out in front, trying to give Driscoll a chance. Didn't have much room to work with. Bajold rotates it. Kirksmar will get it started, and the majority of this game so far spent on the Trojans' side of the field. Maddie Breen trying to break through. And just could not get a shot on frame. That one goes high and over towards center circle. Seton's going to track back. Give it to Bajold. She's done a great job of rotating so far tonight. She'll get the throw in after Randleman kicks it out. This one trying to go straight into the penalty box over the head. Good recovery from Kirksmar because there was an opportunity there. They were close. .27:35 remaining in half number one. Trojans trying to retreat a little bit, get prepared right outside the penalty box. Good moves from Breen. Kicks it into the head of Cameron Harrigan. And another high one. That one a little bit lower down as the Sentinels are getting a few more shots on goal. The accuracy not quite there just yet. And for Alex Rivas, she's seen the ball maybe one time so far. And that's always such a good sign to see with a dominant offense is your goalie just gets the chill on the backside. Bajold trying to find space. Didn't quite get enough power to make the connection on the opposing side with Bruning. Can the Trojans get it up the pitch with a little bit of urgency? A good move. And now they'll go across. Along the touchline, kicked more inside, and Randleman not close enough, and you got to kind of almost wonder where that pass was intended to go. They'll get it back. Not giving up. That's another important thing. They're not getting back on defense immediately, trying to keep the possession together. It went back to Angie Snape before she gave it back to the Sentinels. And the rotation has them set up in a decent defensive position here. That one goes off the left side, still in play. Another one, this one, another miss, but the effort coming from Jordan Dahl. Already 12 goals on the season and 2 good shots there. We get a whistle, a substitution for the Trojans to the game. The game is number 13, Rylan Ernest. Ava Pongrant's on the ground, able to recover and get back up, and all the while the ball was still on the Valley Christian side. Good cutback, trying to get in front, get an accurate shot, and the pass to Driscoll goes a little wide. Play resets from the back. Still scoreless. Sentinels have it for the moment. Stoffed on the stop and go. Another high attempt. And while you're going to want to make some, when you can get shots on goal this effortlessly for the Sentinels, it's something you're going to take as a team, especially knowing you just need maybe a couple to go in. Offensively, the Trojans have had nothing. So something that Seton's not going to be too angry with right now is the amount of times they can take a couple kicks. Slip right outside the penalty box. No foul called. Rotated back to the center circle on the opposing side of the field. Maddie Galvin trying to take it up, and that one rolls out past the touchline. So another sub coming in for the Trojans. This time it's Bailey Horvath, the senior midfielder, stepping back in after her break. A little bit of open field here along the near touchline. Randleman gives it back to Snape. Snape kicks it up further, and a lot of power on a kick with really nobody down there. Snape, the senior forward. And that's the second time in the past few minutes she's gotten the ball on this side of the pitch and just didn't get anything activated with that possession. Passing it around at the halfway line as they'll push it back into the offensive third. Throw in coming. Still up in the air, and that one eventually bounces out. So they'll take what they can get. The Trojans moving it down. They've not been able to maintain possession for very long. 2-on-4 opportunity here. Good dribble inside and a strong clear from the Sentinels. The first time really they felt a lot of, if any, pressure at the penalty box. The hustle play coming now on the return. Driscoll off to the right. And that almost could have been a big swing play to get things going. Sentinels will make a sub of their own. Hannah Horniak will step in. Randleman just trying to get there. And a kick that goes over Bajold will give a throw in for Snape. Will they be able to capitalize? Going back inside towards the center. Stoft passes it away to Breen. Breen passes it up and going back the other way. But one thing about the Trojans is they don't like to stay down on that side of the field. They're quick to get back on defense, which helps against a team like Seton that is usually so productive on offense. But in turn, you're going to be limiting the chances you have to score. And against Seton, you're not going to get very many. So for them, defense, how much versus how little is a big question right now. 18:50 left in half number one. At center circle to the right side, turned over to Driscoll. Can't get through. Instead, Jordan Dahl will try. And a foul. Inside and in. This time the Sentinels dial it in on the range and the power. The kick from Laurel Stoft finally finds its way in, the 8th goal on the season. And the Sentinels take a lead of 1-0 with 18:06 left in half number one. Time to get the party started here at Michael Eubank Stadium for Seton Catholic. booted across the halfway line. Out in front, and a little bit too much this time for Driscoll to get there. Goal kick coming. Stays along the opposing side. Trying to maintain possession. The Trojans push it back a little bit further. Going to try and pass around. Break through. Now heading back towards the center circle. A good shadow. Not enough to get a foot on it. And that one now goes, and just a lot of big kicks to just clear the ball away. Not a lot of follow-up to score on those big kicks. Defense coming on the opposing touchline. Foul issued. Valley Christian gets it right back. Driscoll trying to get in front. Good defense. And the foul. Excuse me, correction. Just a throw in from Bijold. Goes inside the penalty box. Swiftly taken out, and that one into the back of Randleman's head. I think Snape launched that into her own teammate, either that or Driscoll. It's hard to tell. Just right there, that plays a great example of the Sentinels just setting their feet a little bit. The Trojans are coming, and they're trying to dribble, obviously, and you got to move your feet to do that. But when they set up in defense and they're ready, it's so easy for them to just kick it out and try and force a turnover. And it feels like Seton is seeing exactly the path that the Trojans are about to take with the ball, so they can almost somewhat predict it. Bijold clears momentarily. 4 Trojans on the left side. Can something keep it alive as Horvath, once again, just kicks it away with nobody anywhere close. Driscoll, good pass to Bijold. Had open field, hesitated, will pass, and that 1 second of hesitation crucial for putting an end to that attempt at getting another goal. Good defense taken away, and they get it right back. Following the offside, Sentinels will recover. It's added to their game today. Stoff from the right side. Not saved quite yet. And then to the back of the net, the Sentinels capitalize. They get their second of the night. This one coming from Jordan Dahl. She's up to lucky number 13 on the season. We said it earlier. Sophie Kirksmar, the goalkeeper for the Trojans, kind of bobbled the ball, wasn't super strong in her goaltending abilities, and that right there a big play to not hold on to it. Seton in the lead. 2-0. 13:21 remaining in this first half. Good switchback. Nobody near Bajol. A lot of field to work with. Up the near right touchline. Past the Driscoll. Taken away. Randleman back towards the center. Working, and the first time it feels like they're able to kind of move the ball. That one out in front. An opportunity. A lot of contact. Off to the right, but the closest they've gotten yet. A positive nonetheless. As the Trojans were able to pass, move, break around the defense, get a shot on goal. The miss coming from Tatum Mitchell, the junior captain. So we get prepared for the goal kick. Rivas hesitates. Keep it close. And for the Trojans to just give one up that easily right there, following the goal kick, they had possession. And Cameron Harrigan not able to provide any sort of directionality to the ball, just sends it out, and nobody else hustles to the touchline to try and keep it in. Gives the Sentinels a great place to start working it up. Another offsides. Sent the other way, a lot of power. One Sentinel back and the smart retreat to Rivas, the two passing back and forth. That's the way to break. The one attacker as Bajol let it get out in front, and a quick throw in from Snape. They're going to try and go quickly, and now just instantly bounces off of Randleman's foot. So a play like that it's like, hey, go, go, go. We got to try this. And it's over before it even really began. Driscoll moving back towards the middle. We'll go to the opposing side. And another fumble. This time it was already off to the left, but Kirksmar not even able to hold on to these routine balls. That's going to result in a corner kick. On the opposing side, Laurel Stoft on that far corner. Sends it in, the curve, one-hand touch, pushes it out. Kirksmar does her job. She'll have to continue. The box is crowded. And, you know, she's got to do what she's got to do. The double tap if she needs to touch the ball once, to stop it moving, and then pick it up. It's not ideal, but it is what it is if that's what she's got to do. Out in front, can Randleman get there? She'll keep it in, sends it back, and not enough curve. But now a couple times, the Trojans feel like they're able to start getting down in their offensive third. Out in front. And that's a money play. The shot right into the back of the net. Another big one. This one for Dahl again. And the second she gets out in front, it's routine. It's money. 3-0 lead 8:49 left in half number 1. The blowout, shutout, starting to come together for the Sentinels. A very slow 15 minutes to begin the match. It's picked up since. Big shot. Hustle to get there. Seton last touched it. It'll be a throw-in. High art. Trojans, right foot kick. Had some power. Didn't quite have enough power. Excuse me. Had the power. Didn't quite have the angle. A miss coming from the Trojans on the far left side as now Driscoll moves it up on the right. Good takeaway. Job's not finished. Driscoll, the excellent footwork still going. Spin over into the corner and she'll kick it out, but a lot of defense, a lot of defenders all around and working with the situation that she had. Along the opposing touchline, Sentinels will get a quick throw-in. Talk also, first region game, the first opportunities. No foul called for Valley Christian to go up against one of their more meaningful games in this battle against the Trojans. You take a look at their whole season. They won their first game 3-2 versus Florence, 4-0 win versus Kingman, then a tie at Casa Grande, and they lost 7-0 against ALA West Foothills. And ALA Ironwood, a 4-1 win. Apache Junction, 8-1 win. 8-0. Mojave was the 3-1 loss. And then Coquihino, 4-0 loss. So it's not been easy, and it's been kind of on both ends. It's been similar to the Sentinels and a lot of other 3A teams. We're either winning by a lot or we're losing by a lot. The battle to find consistency is arguably one of the hardest things for teams in 3A, and that's what can really separate some of the really good teams from some of the other ones who might just be in the hunt. For Seton, the consistency they're trying to find is, can they continuously win like this? And that's not an easy task tonight. They look on track to once again have another major win. Working along the left side. Sentinels get another try, this time just a little bit too close to the goal line and not enough space to work with. So the ball rolled pretty much into the parking lot as the Sentinels have to go retrieve it. We'll resume play. You gotta do what you gotta do. Battle at center circle, pushed out in front, and Trojans Gotta stay focused. Sentinels close behind. Rolls out near side. Quick throw in, trying to keep it going. Bruning gets it in. Gets worked back and way to step into the gap and try and reverse the momentum for the Trojans. Now they'll go across the center circle. Trying to keep the passing going. Good moves. Far out kick, way off to the right. And a bad miss from Sydney Passage, the senior captain. She's got 4 goals on the season so far, and not tonight. Has not found that same success. Ball on the through ball. Scooped up by Kirksmar. Swiftly tried to push up the near touchline, and a battle ensues. And you're the Trojans, you got to get something going. You got 2:20 left in half number 1. It's time to try and push it a little bit here. You're already down 3-0. Maybe overcommit a little bit more on offense. That one was no clean looks for them on the far side of the penalty box. One minute left. Action happening on the opposing touchline as the Trojans do a little back and forth. Try and push it upfield. Still moving around. Launched into the center circle. Bruning for the Sentinels. Fighting, falling. Now, outside the penalty, near side, Randleman passes back in. Still a chance, 24 seconds. Gets something before half, sent way back. Snape's going to have to hustle. She'll pull off. Let Harrigan take a chance. That one goes out along the touchline. Sentinels get it back with 5 seconds. And that will be it for half number 1. A 3-0 lead for Seton Catholic over Valley Christian. 2 goals for Jordan Dahl, 1 for Laurel Stoff. And nothing from the Trojans. They have been quiet. The ball has remained on their side of the field for about 95% of this match. And it will be a challenge for them to try and get back into it at the start of half number 2. Stay tuned. We'll be right back in about 9.5 minutes here on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. it's time for half number 2 of game number 1 of this Seton Catholic versus Valley Christian doubleheader. The girls team up right now, boys afterwards. And for the Sentinels in half number 1, everything was going their way. They lead 3-0 over the Trojans, and it just didn't feel like Valley Christian was doing much. They were on defense for the vast majority of the time, and when they were, that wasn't always working. Although it's hard to defend the net when you're on defense for about 35 minutes of a half. When the Trojans did get a chance to push the ball in transition and try and get it upfield, miscommunication apparent. Not a lot of chances to get actual shots on goal. And a lot of the big passes downfield out of sync. No forwards or strikers there in time for the ball, and it was a struggle. 40 more minutes separate Seton Catholic now from their second region win. For the Trojans, it would be their first region loss of the year, as they will scramble for answers here in the second half. Seton quick on the pressure. They'll boot it out, and a throw-in coming for the Trojans. Trying to push the offense back into the middle third. And then out again. Strong throw-in from Riley Randleman. And that one soars across the opposing touchline. Sentinels having to jog out and recover the ball. Ella Bruning making her way. Good slice. And a little bit more in sync. That time a good pass along the far side. Pushed out now more in towards the wing. No good on the goal, but it's something. The Trojans already moving the ball a little bit more in sync. Just 2 minutes in to half number 2. And offsides called against the Sentinels. Free kick sent it across the halfway line. Sentinels quick to get it back on that side of the field. Ella Probst sends it in as the Sentinels retreat and try and set up an offensive opportunity. That one out in front. So it'll be a little bit slow getting the ball back in play along the opposing touchline. Valley Christian has possession as they get ready. Still in the wing, pushes out a little bit further, and Seton takes it away. Shot on goal. Just off to the left, and not exactly a great angle for Ellie Driscoll. She tried to work with what she had, and does a good job of filling that line of sight from Sophie Kirksmar to just get in the way. Trojans get it back. The right side of the middle third, out in front, and they're in time. To the right side, a good save. The blocked kick, excuse me. Coming from Tatum Mitchell, it's the second time she's had a pretty good look tonight. Back towards the penalty box out in front. Mitchell boots it to the left, and Seton there now. Great passing formation to clear. Sentinels always do an amazing job of clearing that danger down in the defensive zone. On the ball now is Ella Probst, so she gives it away immediately. Driscoll passes towards the center. High kick, good one, gets out in front, and Driscoll avoids the offsides. And that one goes to the touchline. Nearly found the perfect angle. That'll set up a free kick. A good play, all in all, from the Trojans. A little bit of dribble, a little bit of offense, and it's like in basketball. Sometimes you just go back up with it even if it doesn't look great. Send you to the line. That time, in soccer terms, with the free kick. Throw-in gets headed away. Ball went into open field on the opposite side. Now being moved. Getting out in front. Pushed back. On the ball is Stoft. Stoft and a good block from Kirksmar. Once again, the double tap. She saves it nonetheless. Tatum Mitchell will take it up the near side, kick back towards the middle. Dribbles around and then tries to work it back to Mitchell. Didn't have a great line of sight for that. Driving out past middle third, playing it wide out on the wing, and that one goes across the touchline. Breen tried to claim it. Moving quickly off to the right and to the back of the net. Goal number 4 for the Sentinels. Jordan Dahl with the hat trick. Gets her third. And that's the expectation with a team like Seton Catholic. Take a look at their schedule. Game number 1 was a 9-0 win against Odyssey Institute. Game number 2, an 8-0 win versus Mesquite. Game number 3, a 9-1 win versus Ironwood. Game number 5 was a tough loss to Ben Franklin. And they came back at it, 5-0 win over Florence, and then a 10-0 win over Page. High-scoring games. They're trying to make that the standard. That one goes back to Rivas, who handles it well. Sends it the other way. Minutes in to half number 2. 1 goal so far in the first 10 minutes, just coming from Jordan Dahl. Probst on the throw-in. Plays alongside the wing, rolls back now into the middle third. Maddie Galvin stepped up to the ball and kept it down on that side. Launched away. Here they come. This one off to the left. This one sent straight to Maddie Breen. Trojans will try and play from behind. Breen slips. Now they'll try and put the pedal to the metal, and the out of sync continues. Pass way out in front. And Tatum Mitchell doing what she can to string together a good possession, but needs some help on the passing from her teammates. In the danger zone. They've been poised down there on defense, so they're not panicking. In the center circle. This one gets out in front. Probst. Driscoll makes the hustle play. Breen trying to find a good pass to Bruning. As it will roll out across the opposing left corner. Moving the other way. Sentinels right back on defense, and that one will go to Rivas, who keeps it in. Switches it back. Probst open on the near left side. They'll go through the middle instead. Randleman Reverses it. Mitchell tries to step up into it, headed away. Mitchell out in front, a chance here. Right foot just didn't swing as we get an offsides call. On the ball is Ella Bruning. Sends that one way out in front. Good read from Kirk Smar. A Trojan down on the ground as Seton tries to keep the offense going. And now a Sentinel on the ground. 2 injuries in quick succession, unfortunate. Seton in the lead 4-0 with 25:58 remaining in half number 2. We'll step aside. Both athletes up and on their feet as they clear the field. And play gets ready to resume. Starting it off is Madison Lewis. Bruning kicks it out in front. Inside the penalty box, taken back inside of the great angle. What a score. Another one for Jordan Dahl, and that one just threaded the needle to take the lead by 5. No answers from Valley Christian. Down big time. And have had maybe a handful of good takes so far tonight. Mitchell trying to get there in time. Good take to the left from the Sentinels. Probes keeps it in. Good play to leave it for Bruning. Bruning will get the throw in. Out in front. Dahl's there. Kick back. Thought that Hannah Horniak might have been a little bit closer. Nonetheless, they keep going. Probst back in. Gets around Horniak. Over to Mitchell. Mitchell going slow. Trying to look downfield. Pushed out towards the touchline. We get a whistle. And a sub coming in for the Sentinels. Charlotte Cyphers is coming in and will replace Sienna Bajold. They get right back at it. Following the sub, Sentinels in the middle third. Push it over to the left side. Back into the center circle. Stoffed with the footwork, able to rotate and then get the pass downfield. Eventually going across the touchline. And Bajold heads back in. Bajold will replace Jordan Dahl. We already talked 4 goals tonight. I mean, 16 on the season. Just a phenomenal player for the Sentinels. One of the top players, I would argue, in all of 3A soccer, especially here in 3A Metro. Coach Billy Baker is trying to build a strong team for the Sentinels, and I feel like he's done a great job of that. The kick goes off to the right side. Take a little bit of a look ahead at the Sentinels' schedule. So January 14th is their next matchup versus Northwest Christian, another region game. And then following that, they will have 3 more region games, 1 more non-region game on their posted schedule. And what can't they do? Just complete offensive domination as the Sentinels get their 6th goal of the night. This is a team that likes to win big, and they find a way to do that. Rolls across the touchline. Throw incoming out in front. Now if you're the Trojans, you're down by 6. 21-25 left on the clock. Maybe try and prevent a blowout from happening. At least get 1 on the board. Be a corner kick. On the far right side. Sent into the penalty. Fight for it inside and off to the left. That might have been the closest they've been all night. So there's a whistle down on the field. And the Trojans are going to set it up once again. Inside, got a good arc and stays along the goal line before tapped out. The corner kick right now could very well be the best opportunity they have at scoring all evening. 3rd time in a row. The header bounces it the opposite way. Trying to recover, and the Sentinels have it way out in front. Bajold slacks it back inside. Pass off to her teammate. Again, Horniak trying to get through all the defenders there as the ball gets pushed out wide to the opposite wing, then rolls across the touchline. And a correction, it rolled across the goal line as we get set up for a corner kick from Laurel Stoft. Stoft's kick bends to the right. Stays out in front of the 6. Back in and off to the right. After this game, the boys' teams will face off once again here at Michael Eubank Stadium. Seton Catholic enters with a 3-2-1 record. Valley Christian enters with a 5-2 record. Moved around, and that one also nearly went in as the Sentinels just keep running it up. Going the other way, kept inside the middle third. Bajold moves it around. Booted over to the Sentinels sideline. Bruning to Horniak. Horniak hits it into Bajold. Moving with some intensity. Horniak over to the right side. Good pass. They try and move in. A good stop to prevent the Sentinels getting another one. Hustle for the ball along the far side. Throw in by the Trojans. Out of the penalty box on the right side, kick off to the left, and had that one just curved in to the right a little bit more. They could have gotten goal number 1. Tatum Mitchell was the Trojan once again in scoring position. It's really only been her with the opportunities tonight. Sentinels kicked it out. Give a throw-in opportunity. Thrown in by Riley Randleman, the senior midfielder. Bajold across the middle. Now going horizontally. Big kick out in front. And an offsides on the Sentinels. .35 remaining in half number 2. Substitution for Valley Christian. So it's been a little bit slow on the opposite touchline for the last minute or so. There was a substitution and then ball put into play, ball back out of play. Sentinels here on the throw-in. And both teams knowing the results of this game, both of them different goals for the next 13 minutes for the Sentinels. Hey, let's see how many we can get. Let's not play injured. Let's not play out of control, do anything that might result in an injury, I should say, but try and get as many as we can. For Valley Christian, it's can we get anything? High-powered kick, nearly saved, and that's where the double tap doesn't work. Got taken down in the process, but the goal made for the Sentinels. I believe Ella Bruning was the Sentinel to kick it in. Her and Sophie Kirksmar on the ground. Both of them now back on their feet. I think one of the biggest takeaways for Valley Christian is you got to get your goalie to hold on to the ball. Way too many times tonight, she is touching it and then hoping she will get a second chance to then hold on to it. On a play like that, where it's an empty box, that's all day for Bruning to step up and just send that one in. I mean, that one really was too easy for Seton. 7-0, 13 minutes left in half number 2. The boys' team warming up on the sidelines. Throw-in coming up. Sentinels, a little bit of power on it. Send it over to the penalty box. Moving out in front, Bajold tries to curve that one in, off to the right side. A whistle as another substitution. The Sentinels 1 goal away from mercy rule here in the second half. That one goes over. Close. Just a little too high. We saw some of that, honestly, back at the beginning of half number 1. The Sentinels kind of dialed it in. But a lot of the kicks, they were going maybe 5-10 feet over the net. Kind of got it under control. Had the right amount of height. First kick we've seen since the goals started tonight that has been a little off the mark. Still pushing. Pass made to Bajold. Bajold cuts back in. Left foot, lost control. Mitchell works it out of the wing. Ava Pongrantz fighting for it. Rolls off of her. Able to get big, use her body, rotates around. It's a good soccer play. Cut out in front. Stoft moving around. High kick, bounces, and I'm almost a little speechless that even on a routine save like that, Kirksmar cannot hold on. Concerning. Out in front, Bruning to the left side, keeps it in, tries to rotate it back. No Sentinels close enough to come up with it immediately. Miscommunication. Looks like an intended handoff to Matty Galvin. Results in a big kick down the opposing way. That'll roll out and allow Riley Randleman to throw it in. One bounced off the head of a Trojan. Another moving play here on the far side, going in the penalty. On the left, kick is a little too wide. Still defense needed. 8 minutes, 25 seconds left. Big kick downfield. No way of getting there in time. Mitchell takes it up, kicks in towards the middle. Not a lot of hustle from her teammates to make a play. Now going the other way. Bejold upfield. That one goes out and across the touchline. Set piece coming. Right outside the 6, Bruning tries to step into it and picked up from Kirksmar. She'll roll it over to the near side to Mitchell. Mitchell passes upfield right at the halfway line. Trojans I get something to build upon potentially. Won't happen on that possession. Now moving the other way, it's a 3-on-2. Trojans hold the Sentinels off from goal number 8. And there was a Trojan down on the ground. She's able to get up and walk it off. Outside the penalty box, a chance. A good hit, but still in play. Into the back of the net, they get one. Something. It's sometimes that's all you need, the team morale. Just, you got to build. Sidney Passage with the goal number 5 on the season. They accomplished a goal I set for them, which was to prevent the shutout, but certainly something that you just want to have. You know, any small little piece on a game like this with 5:30 left and you're still down by 6. And it was a good attempt, too. I mean, decent defense from the Sentinels. Rivas launched in front, hit it once, and plays like that when, I mean, if the Trojans could play like that more often where they can have multiple attackers get right inside the penalty box, and if that ball bounces back into play, the other one's in perfect position to, boom, send it in. I mean, that's a stronger recipe for success than what they've been attempting tonight. Maddie Galvin trying to get a step on it. Big kick. Ooh, crossbar. Still in play. Another one. This one goes, and the Sentinels respond very, very quickly for goal number 8. Stoft able to put in another one tonight. Sentinels could have gotten the shutout in the mercy rule had they gotten that goal in about 20 seconds earlier before the Trojans. Rolls back across the touchline. Seton now still 1 goal away from a shutout. Excuse me, from a mercy rule. Ball in play. Seton set up in a decent attacking position, worked over to Bajold. Bajold from the penalty, worked back a little bit further. Oh, that one kicked right into the face. So an empty possession, gives it back with 3:10 on the clock. Boys up next here on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. Expect a competitive matchup between those two teams, both of them hungry for success. Rivas rotates it back. Good job not falling asleep for her. Moving it over to the far side. Trying to work it into the wing. Tackle made and a whistle called. So the Sentinels form the wall as we get ready ball bounced onto the body of Randleman and a good save there. Seton moving quickly. Buck 30 left. Trying to get one more. Pushed out in front. Laurel Stoft has it. She'll try and work it back inside. A pass. Kick. And in. Goal made from Sienna Bajold. And that'll do it here from Michael Eubank Stadium for the girls. A final score of 9-1. A amazing victory over the Valley Christian Trojans. The mercy rule coming with 1 minute and 16 seconds left in the game. Stay tuned. We'll be right back on the Seton Catholic Sports Network for the boys matchup in 20 minutes.